Okay, my friends, let's tackle the first of these plus quests. I think we have to go... No, don't have to go that way. What's this guy? Is it? Okay, it's him again. Blackthorn.
Heard the bad news then, did you?
What bad news?
About Dravost. Blackthorn's old haunt. With the forge and all that. Well, anyway, the mines just down the road from there are spewing at ether like no one's business.
And the village?
Safe from the flood for now, but they've got other problems. Akashic. Every creature in the area's either turned, or on the way to turning, apparently. Zoltan and the others are living on borrowed time. They need help, and quick. Doris sent a few curse breakers to keep an eye on things, but there's only so much a couple of scouts can do. Except get eaten. If something ain't done soon, the old place will be overrun.
Okay, Akashic problems. No surprises there.
I won't let that happen.
Didn't think you would.
Does Blackthorn know?
I thought it might be better if he didn't. He'd only do something stupid. You reckon we should tell him?
No. It's better this way.
Yeah, well, I can't stand about knowing what's happening out there, so I'm off. I'll see you in Dravost.
Right, I wanted to check how many more plus points I need.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Okay, I'm very close to this. Well, I think there's one more set of side quests anyway, so I'm pretty sure I could get the Genji gloves before the final bosses.
Come again. I may have more for you.
We shall see. So again, we'll do things one at a time. I'll trigger the next quest later. Dravost.
So Dravost is still standing. For now, at least.
If you can swing a hammer...
Clive! You're here!
And the Akashic?
Mostly off to the north still. But I spoke to Doris' scouts and it turns out things are worse than I thought. There's swarms of them out there. Told old Snotty to be ready to seal the north gate. That should buy us some time if we need it. Enough for the villagers to barricade themselves inside their homes at least.
Well done.
Welcome back. Sid. I'd never have guessed, you know. Not if August hadn't let slip. Who'd have thought that the savior of Dravost would turn out to be the realm's most infamous outlaw? Keen to help us out again?
I am.
Thought you could sneak off without me, did you?
Blackthorn.
Oh, what are you doing here?
One of the scouts couldn't keep his voice down. Unlike my best mate who didn't think I deserved to know. Zoltan, how long's it been? Long enough for us two to turn into a pair of old codgers, I see.
That your idea of an apology? Prick.
Don't listen to him. You only did what you thought was best. For the village and that.
I did, yeah. But that ain't the whole of it. Vulcan, our master, didn't leave the chiefdom to the two of us. He left it to me. The best blacksmith in Dravost, barring himself, of course. Bloody stupid tradition, in my opinion. If someone's got talent, you should let them practice their craft, not ask them to settle petty feuds and barter for grain. Our master wasted half his life that way. I wasn't about to let that happen to me.
So you wasted half of mine instead.
You're what Dravost needed. Under me and my precious ideals, this place wouldn't have lasted a year. So I left to devote myself to the work and spare you lot the consequences. I may be a selfish prick, but I only did what I felt I had to.
What you had to do was your duty!
Even if it meant we all starved?
Enough. This is no time for bickering. You can finish beating each other up once Dravost is safe.
Fine. I've said my piece anyway.
Yeah, so have I.
Sorry, Clive. I shouldn't have stuck my nose in. We're short enough on time as it is. Still, give us a mo, would you? I need to get my head straight before any of them Akashic try to bite it off.
I like this guy, August. He's got some good lines. Speak with August when you're ready. Yeah, so we're going to be... What's my ability points doing? I think I've stacked some again, yeah. I'm just going to go ahead and master this. Stars. Yeah, that costs too much to master. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, to be honest, I think I'll keep the rest for now. Honestly, I'll master that one as well, I think. What happens if I get Deadly Embrace right? Mastery increases claw range. Yeah, why not? Let's master this. And then master this. I have just enough points. Cool. At least I've mastered all of the abilities I have here, I believe. Except for this one. But this one costs 3,000, so I think that's normal. Cool. Let's go.
You, ready for the off then?
Yeah.
We can't afford to waste any more time.
Right you are. Might be worth having one last word with the scouts, though. Don't want any nasty surprises, do we? Oh, and Blackthorn, you and Zoltan might be better off staying inside the...
Akashic on the move.
How close are they?
Within sight of the walls. And there are more coming up from the mines.
What was I saying about nasty surprises?
They'll wash right over us if we stay out in the open. We're pulling back behind the gates.
Good idea. Get yourselves inside, but keep your weapons handy.
Understood.
I'm prepared to fight if I have to.
Well, let's hope you don't. That's our job. Once the scouts are inside, order your men to barricade the gates. No heroic last stands, you hear me? No fighting at all if you can help it.
August's right. I've seen what Akashic beasts can do to armor. The people here are tough and willing, but they ain't equipped to face what's coming.
I'm going out there. Start work on the gate as soon as I've left. I'll give you as much time as I can.
And if they kill you?
You evacuate. But it won't come to that. I promise.
You'd better be right.
Take good care of Dravoj till I get back.
Leave it to me. And give those things what for, yeah?
The phrases they use in this game, give those things what for, yeah. Oh, we haven't faced one of these in ages. I've kind of skipped them.
All right. Which one of you's first? Get him!
Right.
Too slow.
That's fine.
This one.
Hopefully before it charges again. Okay, good. He's still stuck over there. Wow, he's actually stuck. Right.
This one.
Alright, just me and you, bud.
Over here!
Bring him down. I'm going to save my limit break for another battle.
This one.
There we go. Okay, so for this one, we will give him one of these.
Over here!
Yeah, it's got to the stage where it can't completely KO stuff, but obviously it gives you a massive advantage. It's usually like 2-3 hits away. Ooh, we got a Chimera, nice. Well, a Griffin. Bad timing, and I didn't think it could fly across the whole arena. That's impressive. Nice moves. Yeah, that's twice I've had bad timing against it. It's a good ranged fighter, which makes a big difference. Yeah, trying to get the second level here. Ah, I've got to take more risks to get the second level. Let's just do that. Yeah, basically dead.
Is that it? Apparently not.
There you go. That's a cool looking enemy, yes. Give me more of that stuff, man. That's a proper Chimera looking thing there. Yeah, alright, let's go.
Past me.
Let's go, baby! Yeah, that's a good hit. That's what I want to see. Right, so we're going to take the limiters off here. I'm going to take a hit there, but I don't think it's going to register. Yeah. Just about. Nice moveset though, I'm liking it. I'll wait for another ability or two before we fire off the trigger. The stagger, there we go. Yeah, obviously he's got a lot of HP. Just enough time for a Giga Flare, maybe. Go, go, go. Yeah. Nice. I really should upgrade this next 58,000. That's a nice haul. Yeah, so thanks to Will of the Wikes, again, I took no damage there. Okay, there it is again. Yeah, cancelled the Ram's voice move. Bahamut! I just love the way he screams when he changes to a different icon. Yeah, that was 4 damage.
This one.
Yeah, not one of my best. Nice. Be a cool moveset, and it was nice to see a boss like that.
Now, the question is, did I miss any?
Man alive! You're still in one piece!
I slew as many as I could.
As many as I could, he says. The old bleeding lot, more like it. Well, almost.
Only almost.
Yeah, one or two did try to sneak over the wall. But we got the bastards, don't you worry.
Good. Though you do know, more will come in time.
In time, yeah. But we can think about them later. Let's get you back inside.
Okay, so how is their tale going to conclude?
Sid! You're even more fearsome than your reputation. Enough to give those Akashic monsters nightmares. I almost felt sorry for the wretched things. But mostly, I felt grateful. Dravoged won't forget what you did today.
I'm afraid I've only delayed the inevitable. There's no getting rid of that ether flood. Meaning that any living thing which stumbles into those mines will end up clawing at your walls again.
And that's if the flood don't spread. If it does, well, I hate to say it, but the village's days are numbered.
That may be, but we're staying just the same. With ether floods springing up all over, it's no less safe than anywhere, and more importantly, it's our home. We'll fortify the gates to the north, and I'll see that they're guarded day and night.
All right. Then we'll give you a hand shoring up those defenses.
As for you, Blackthorn, that's twice you've turned up when Dravos needed you. So, thanks.
I shouldn't have stayed away so long. And I shouldn't have left without talking it over with you first.
Too bloody right you shouldn't. Though I doubt I'd have listened. I always envied you. How you made everything look so easy when, for me, it was anything but. You leaving gave me the perfect excuse to hate you. And from that day on, I never once stopped to wonder what it would have been like if you'd stayed. But what you said earlier, it was true. You'd have been the death of this place.
Finally, something we can agree on. I hope you see the sense of it eventually. You kept this place alive.
Alive, perhaps. Wealthy even, but Dravoged isn't what it once was. Our work used to be the pride of Dalmekia. Now, we churn out the same rubbish day after day because it's easy and turns a profit. It's not about the craft anymore. I wouldn't send my sons to war wearing the shit most of our smiths are making. I've kept working, honing my skills, trying to lead by example, but no one sees the point. The average castle apprentice has as much passion for the craft as our current lot. Come back to us, Blackthorn. Remind Dravoged what a true master blacksmith looks like. I'll even man those bellows of yours if it means we can work at the same forge again.
That's a kind offer. Kinder than I deserve. And I wish I could accept, but I'm needed elsewhere. There's people who trust their lives to my steel, and I daren't let them down.
Fair enough.
But that doesn't mean I couldn't visit from time to time. Let's see if we can't rekindle this town's passion for the craft, shall we?
I'd like that.
Just be sure to tell Snotty to let me in the next time I come calling, yeah?
Knowing him, he'd let you in anyway. Blackthorn. The Master Smith turned outlaw, back in my good graces. I never thought I'd see the day.
I'd say that went pretty well, wouldn't you?
Even better than I'd hoped.
Sid, I've got something for you.
Okay.
And this is?
A token of our lasting gratitude. But I'm of a mind to make you a far grander gift. Designs for a certain sword have been passed down from chief to chief for generations.
Yeah.
Now hold on, Zoltan. There's a reason no one's made that blade in centuries. There's not been a craftsman equal to the task. I'll admit your cinders make impressive steel, and I've learned to own an edge Odin will be proud of. But the engravings on that thing are enough to make a jeweler cry. And they're not just for show, either.
Have you forgotten what brought you back to Dravozd in the first place? A certain ring? I knew I'd never surpass you with the hammer and tongs. So I turned my hand to a different kind of metalwork. Between the two of us, I'd say we're the equal of any master craftsman ever to have graced a forge.
You know what? I think you might be right. Clive, you wouldn't mind if Zoltan came back to the hideaway, would you?
He's more than welcome. As long as he can keep our secret.
Right. Zoltan, get your tools. We've got a legend to forge.
Now that is a good ending to a quest. Wow. Okay, that's cool. So I like the interaction between Blackthorn and Zoltan, the way they patch things up. So that was really satisfying to kind of listen to. And of course, at the end of it, there's going to be something legendary for me as well. So those two combining their forces to produce what's hopefully going to be a pretty epic weapon. That's what I'm talking about. That's what side questing is all about. Okay. I mean, the Ultima Blade, or Ultima Weapon is such a classic Final Fantasy thing. There's got to be like Ultima Weapon. Something like that. Let's see what we got. It's going to be like worse than my current weapon. I'm going to just rant for half an hour.
Ah, the man himself.
We were just about to make a start on that sword I promised you.
It's funny, but none of this would have been possible without your help.
Ah.
You remember Camille? We'll be using his level work for the grip. The steel, meanwhile, will be tempered in a fire, burning the cinders you charmed out of old Zoltan here. And that whetstone from the Outer Isles, that'll be what gives the blade its edge. And the final flourish will be my talented colleagues engraving.
A team effort led by the greatest blacksmith alive.
Now, save that talk till the thing's finished, yeah? Right. I'm ready if you are.
To the bellows it is then.
I love that. That's like more hype than some of the boss battles. Great idea to link together all the little pieces that you've been picking up. Makes a lot of sense.
Well, bugger me. We actually did it.
That's the Ultimate Blade, come on.
The sword to end all swords. Ragnarok.
It's quite something.
I trust you'll take good care of it.
Thank you. Both of you.
So, does this make you pair the greatest craftsman alive, then?
This? Nah. This was just following the footsteps of the greats of old. It'll take more than that to earn us our place in history. But we're up for the challenge. Here.
A list of materials.
Zoltan and I got talking on the long road back from Dravozd.
We reckon with those items there, we could craft something even better than the Ragnarok. Something worthy of a legendary outlaw like yourself.
That's a weapon I'd like to see. You leave this list with me.
I was hoping you'd say that.
One legend at a time, eh, lads? Before you start on the next, who fancies raising a cup to Friendship Reforged?
Good idea. No more drinking to forget my past. It's about time I had something to celebrate.
Then tap the kegs! Vulcan's boys are on their way!
Now that is what I call a quest, my friends. There you go. Excellent. It was all worth it in the end, and we got ourselves Ragnarok. I was calling for Ultima Weapon, but now we've got Gotta Damarung. Yeah, I'm sure German viewers will probably know what that is. Or maybe it's a more obscure Final Fantasy reference that I'm not aware of, because I've not seen a weapon with a name like that in the games I've played, as far as I can remember. But yeah, excellent quest design, that's what I'm talking about. It's hard to make good quests, it really is, like side quests especially, but sometimes they just get it right. And so bringing together all of those Blacksmith blues that we've been collecting, then interweaving the Blackthorn personal story, combining that with Zoltan and reforging their friendship, and it all culminating in this sort of renewed spark for smithing, and us getting a very worthy reward from it. That's how it's done, my friends. Like, to me, that's just flat out good quest design. So fair play, man. I would say at this stage we've elevated to good side quests in this game.
I never thought me and Zoltan would ever speak again, let alone work together. And if it hadn't been for you, we wouldn't. You've been a good friend of me, Clive. The best.
Nice.
What do you want?
Right, what I want is this bad boy. Okay, so clearly it just means we've got more hunts. Can we dark steel? I need 2 of them. Does that mean that we're just literally going to get like 10, 12, 15 new hunts? Or does that mean you can somehow repeat hunts? I doubt it. So the Ragnarok turns into it, which is interesting. If Ragnarok was forged to mark the War of the Gods, then the Gottadamarung, meaning Twilight of the Gods, was forged to mark the fall of those self-same deities. That's dope. I mean, look at that, 75 more strength than I currently have as well. Sheesh.
Fine. Trouble with your gear, or so will it be?
Just the final. I want to have a look at these as well. There's still this one I don't have. It's all just hunt related at this stage. Okay.
And
so we've got one more plus quest.
We've run out of happy on us.
And then we can continue the story a little bit and hopefully get access to new hunts after that phase.
Covered in nicks and
But we're going to have to deal with Odin soon. The formidable Odin. Oh, we do have new hunts now. Okay, so... I will leave the hunts to the end. For now, let's wrap up all of the side quests. And we'll see what we can do. My guess is that this next one's going to potentially lead to even more hunts. So it might have like, I don't know, 3 to 5 new ones to do. I'm still assuming that there's got to be one more set of side quests after this. Oh, sorry, mid-dungeon.
Wonderful idea, Jocelyn. Let's do just that.
Well, if it's to do with mid and it's a plus quest, then we should be checking this out. And yeah, I did remember that there's a plus shop thing I can get.
The Enterprise, I mean.
Ah, Sid. Just the man I was hoping to see. Did you have a mo?
Don't tell me. You need more bomb ash.
Oh no, we still got plenty of that left. I'm working on bringing another one of the Chief's designs to life. This time, it's a new smelter. It's got a reverberatory hood over the top for additional thermo amplification and a system of reciprocal recirculatory regenerators that let's just say it gets very blimmin' hot. A heck of a lot hotter than anything Blackthorn's got in his forge, that's for certain. Only mithril engines get hotter, and you can't chuck ore in one of them and get metal out the other end. Trouble is, we won't be able to make out of any old rubbish neither. We need the good stuff. And I hear you once helped Helena get her hands on exactly that. Any chance you could help me too?
If it's for the good of the hideaway, I'd be happy to.
Oh, it is. I promise you.
So, what exactly is this good stuff you need me to find?
We've got a couple of examples here. Spherical echoes, we call them.
All fallen materials. So this smelter is similar to the mithril engine in more ways than one.
That's right. They're a bit like the thermal helms. Fallen ceramics deal with heat like nothing else, see? And what's more, they're directional, transferring heat from the inside to the outside. But these things, they're all outside. If we line the hub with them, they'll reflect the heat right back into the furnace. We've collected as many as we can, and I know where we can get the rest. Trouble is, they're all watched over by their bigger, uglier cousins.
So you want me to visit some ruins, destroy some echoes, and bring back the spheres they're guarding?
That's it in a nutshell, yeah. We're only 3 short, mind, and we know exactly where they are. There's one up Amber Way, in that ruin that they call Lost Plume, and another in the Silent South, over in Dalmekia. Last one is in the ruins of Advent, which is in the Empire.
All right then. Wish me luck.
Will do. I'll be keeping all my fingers and toes crossed.
Okay, yeah, again, a bit too much dialogue for my taste for this one, but let's get to it. But yeah, that Ragnarok blade is looking pretty sexy, I have to say. Speaking of blades, I happened to go into London yesterday. I've got a friend in like the Final Fantasy content creation community, and they collaborated with Square Enix to set up this sort of little mini event where they gathered content creators like known for their Final Fantasy content in the UK. And they took us to the Tower of London, which is obviously where like the Royal Armoury and stuff is in the UK. And there, like they've done like a collaboration with obviously Square Enix and Final Fantasy, and they've displayed like a really cool replica of Clive's Invictus sword. So that's the one he gets when he changes like costume and stuff in Eastport. And I got to have a photo taken with it. So if you'd like to see it, it's on my Twitter, and well, probably easier to find on my Instagram, to be honest. Both of them at Dan's Grave. So that was a really cool day, I have to say. So yeah, just speaking of sexy swords, it was pretty awesome to be able to enjoy something like that. But I feel like I should probably mention what happened later on that day. It feels a bit weird, like kind of basically flexing about this kind of stuff, but we were lucky enough to have Ben Starr himself, so the voice and actor for Clive Rossfield, join us. So we had like a lunch afterwards, and he was nice enough to sort of come down and hang out with us for a while. And so yeah, it was just a bit of a surreal day, really, getting to hang out with him as well. It was pretty awesome. He's a great guy, really passionate about his craft, big massive gamer. And I mean, I've said it way before I ever met the guy, but he's done a really fantastic job as Clive, for sure. So yeah, it was one of those kind of days, one of the perks of having a modicum of popularity in the Final Fantasy space. So thank you to everybody watching for collectively helping to make opportunities like that happen.